Hi, third grade. Happy Tuesday. Today we're going to be talking about adding money. Yesterday we talked about dollars and cents and we went through the four different types of coins, which were, you can say them with me if you want, pennies, nickels, dimes, and quarters. And today we're going to use all of that knowledge that we gained yesterday. Maybe it was review, maybe it was something new for you. And we're going to add on to it. Get it? Because we're adding money. Just kidding. But we are going to add on to it and learn how to add money. So our objective today, which means what we're going to learn, is to add money within $100. So we're not going to get bigger than $100 using one, mental math, which we are so good at, and two, the addition algorithm. Algorithm just means that it's the normal way that I learned way back in school, so lining it up and adding that way. So that one should be pretty easy. All right, let's go ahead and get started. Okay, so first I want to go over some key terms and symbols that you need to remember during this lesson. The dollar sign right here always goes before your whole number. The cent sign, which is like a C with a line through it, is, your cent sign always goes after your number. And then when it says to find the sum, that's one of our key words, sum, and that tells us that we need to add. So remember, we have different keywords that tell us when to do different problems. So if it says find the difference, we subtract. If it says find the product, we multiply. Good. Find the quotient, we divide. Find the sum, we add. So hopefully you remember those. I just wanted to review them just in case. So we're going to add money within $100 using mental math. So if you remember back when we used to add numbers without decimal points and we did mental math, I would have you add the tens place first and then the ones place. Well, this time we're going to do the tens and the fives. So, example 1. How much is the sum, that means we're adding, of $38.40 and 35 cents. Now, before we do this problem, I want you to notice something that I did when I was reading this number. When I said $38.40, I said the and where there was that little decimal point. So just a hint for you, when you're reading money amounts, you always say and where that decimal point is. So the first thing that I'm going to do is I'm going to take my cents, because it's not a full dollar yet, and I'm going to split it up into a 30 and a 5, into my tens and my 5, okay? So 30 plus 5 is 35. That's step 1. Step 2 is I need to add my tens onto this $38.40. So if I add my 30 cents on, I get $38.70. Okay, good. I did that. Goodbye. Now I'm here. What do I have left that I have to add on? I still have my 5 cents, so I have to come over here and add 5 cents onto $38.70, and I get $38.75. So $38.40 plus 35 cents equals $38.75. Remember, if you have any questions about anything on these slides, you can either send it in the comments below this video, or you can put it in Google Hangout, whatever you feel like you need to do. But hopefully that was pretty good. Let's try another one just to make sure. So I have first the tens, then the fives, continued. So if you need to go back and look at these, then you can know that this is the same type of problem. All right. What is the sum of $32.20 and 38 cents? I said something wrong, didn't I? I hope you caught it. I said $32.20. We want to say $32.20 and 38 cents. There you go, Miss Minton. Thank you, Miss Minton. So I take my 48 cents. Oh, I forgot to change this. My bad. This should say 48 cents. See, Miss Minton gets confused too. The sum of $32.20 plus 48 cents. So I have my 48 cents over here. And I've split it into 40 cents and 8 cents. So I'm going to add on my 40. Bloop. So my $32.20 plus 40 is going to give me $32.60. And then I added 8 more cents on there. So that 60 becomes a 68. So my answer for this one, make a little text box right here. Highlight this. $32.20 plus 48 cents is equal to, don't forget my dollar sign, $32. Then I put my decimal point and 68 cents. And let's bold that so it looks beautifully bigger than the rest of the things. Good job, guys. All right, let's move on to our next strategy, which is creating 100 cents or $1. So our first example is going to be to find $3.25 plus 85 cents. So if 3.25 were to go to the next dollar, what would we go to? Would we go down to 3? No, we would go up to the 4. So let's try to get $3.25 to $4 even. So we have a nice even number to deal with. I like those even numbers. So I'm going to start at the 25 cents because that's where we are cent-wise on here. So I'm going to go down here, bloop, and I need to get to $1, which would be how many cents? 100. So if you remember these from our metric unit, because remember 100 centimeters were in a meter and we had to count using our arrow strategy. Yeah, you remember that? I hope you do. Well, now we're going to do that with our cents to get $1. So we're going to start at 25 cents and we're going to go to the next, well, I didn't go to the next 10. I went to a 10. I knew 25 plus 25 got me to 50 cents, but you could have gone to 30 first and then to 100 if you wanted to do it that way. But I went to 50 cents, so I added 25, and then I thought, how many more cents does it take to get to 100? So I added 50 here. So then I took my 25 and my 50 that I added, and I got 75 cents. So to get from 25 cents to 100 cents, we need to add 75 cents. Then we only have 10 cents left to add on. Because look, we're adding 85 cents, not 75 cents. So if we're doing what this says down here, we'll have $3.25 added to our 75 cents would equal $4. But we want to add 85 cents. So what's 10 more than $4? $4.10. So $3.25, $3.25 plus 85 cents is equal to $4.10. Now, if you're thinking in your head, oh my gosh, that was really confusing, Miss Minton, what have you just taught me? That's okay, we are going to do another example on the next slide, and you can watch this as long as you want, as many times as you want. Click pause and stare at the screen. Ask me questions or whatever, but let's try another one and see if that helps with any questions you have. Let's see. Okay, let's try this example. So example 2 is $24.70 plus 95 cents equals what? So first of all, which one of these numbers is very close to $1? That's right, it's 95 cents. So let's change 95 cents to $1 by adding 5 cents. Bloop. So now 95 cents is $1. So instead of adding 95 cents, we add $1 to get $25.70. But Miss Minton, we were supposed to add 95 cents, not $1. Don't worry, guys, we can fix this. We just have to take away the extra 5 cents that we added on. So we're going to take our answer and come over here, bloop, and take away that 5 cents. So our answer is going to be $25.65. And lastly, we're going to talk about the addition algorithm. Remember, I said the algorithm is just when you're adding all of your numbers together as they're lined up. So the first part of doing this addition algorithm would be to line up your decimals. So you see how I have mine here, my decimal point is there, it directly lined up underneath my other right here. So the second thing you're going to do is just add normally. So I'm going to start over, let's see if I can make this look normal. Okay, I'm going to start over in my ones place. Because if we're adding normally, we have to start over on this column. So 5 plus 5 is 10. I'll put a 0. I'll carry my 1. 1 plus 5 is 6. Plus 6 is 12. So I'm going to put a 2 there, carry my 1. 1 plus 4 is 5. 6, 7, 8, 9. Don't forget my decimal point. There we go. And last but not least, I don't have to carry anything over here. Wait. I think I added that wrong. So I had 6 plus 5 plus 1 was 12. Carry my 1. Oh, this should be an 8. Sorry, guys. 4 plus 4 is 8. And then 2 plus 1 is 3. So your answer, don't forget your dollar sign, Miss Minton, is $38.20. And that's how you do the normal addition algorithm, if you remember how to do that. Alright, if you guys would please, after you're done viewing this video, go and click on the link for your next digital slides. It's going to be just like the money one that we did yesterday. You're going to do some problems with the mental math strategies and then do some addition algorithms. I would highly suggest you writing out these algorithms like this on paper, doing them so you can carry your 1 with your pencil and stuff, do all of that good stuff, and then just put the answer on the page. I think that would be the easiest. I know it's really hard to do math online when you're typing things. It's really hard to teach math when you're typing things, so I know. Don't stress out about it. You can do it on paper and then put your answers up on the Google Slides. So thank you to those of you who have your other ones turned in already. Make sure you're getting these done. And don't forget that when you are sharing them with me, you just need to go up to this little share button, click it, and type in my email address, and I will get it to look at. Alright, thanks for watching. I will see you next time when we learn, it might be subtracting, or maybe we might do a little practice. Haven't decided yet. Bye!